Hello again, this is Town Administrator Keith Hickey with your week in review for the week of March 5th, 2021. Thanks again for watching. This week has been a busy week again with the Board of Selectmen and the Community Planning Committee also meeting. Number of things occurred at the Board of Selectmen meeting. Primarily, the biggest issue is the property on Winthrop Street, the 46-acre site that's the board has the right of first refusal to either purchase the property or let that go up for sale. As I think a lot of people know, there's a developer in town who's looking to develop that property into single-family housing. The neighborhood is obviously very concerned and upset to see the 46 acres go away. So they've been requesting the Board of Selectmen to exercise the right of first refusal and purchase the property for $800,000. The board asked me to go to the Community Planning Commission's meeting to seek an extension to apply for funding from that source. And last night I met with that committee. They allowed us to submit an application by March 17th to have them consider a funding request to purchase that property. Typically, their deadline is November 30th. So, very nice of them to allow us to submit something a little bit later than we had in the past. So that'll be ongoing over the next couple of weeks. The Board of Selectmen meet again on March 16th. That application will be finalized at that meeting, and a public hearing will be continued on that meeting as well to discuss that topic. And then ultimately, that application will be submitted for consideration. As I think everybody still is aware, the COVID situation in town continues to improve. With that, in the improvement statewide, the governor has made some changes in what businesses can and can't do. Obviously, right now we're in phase 3, step 2 is what they're calling it. It was effective March 1st. Indoor performance venues like concert halls and theaters are now open. They open at 50% capacity or a maximum number of 500 people. Other items that are also opening up: arcades, driving and flight schools, fitness centers, golf facilities that are indoor, libraries, lodging, museums, the movie theater at the mall is now opened up. So some of the things that people like to get out of the house and do are now available to them. Some additional restrictions will be lifted on the 22nd of March. Those are going to be even more significant in my mind, anyways. Obviously, Fenway Park is going to open up, as is the Garden. So you're going to be able to watch Celtics and Bruins games and Red Sox games live for some people, anyways. Overnight camps, exhibition and convention centers will open up. Dance floors, road races will be allowed. Amusement parks, indoor water parks, saunas, beer gardens, bars, dance clubs, and nightclubs will also be opening up within the required limitations set by the governor. So things are continuing to improve, and some of the things that we have been unable to do now for the better part of a year, we will now be able to start enjoying again. Again, I can't urge people enough to continue to try to keep their masks on and social distance. And if people continue to do that, obviously we will continue to improve. As far as vaccination sites go, the town of Kingston is working with about 7 other neighboring communities to try to have the Kingston Collection be a regional vaccination site. We met with some representatives from each of those communities and a couple of state representatives on Tuesday morning. We're hopeful that we can submit an application to the state to have them consider the Kingston Collection site as a regional facility. We will be required to vaccinate at least 750 people per week, according to our health agents and our fire chief here in Kingston. They feel very confident we will well exceed 750 vaccines per week at that location. So I can assure the community that we will be putting forth a strong application to the state looking to open up that regional facility. There are no promises at this point that even though we have a strong application, we're going to be funded and our request is going to be approved. But we are working as hard as we can. For those who are able to be vaccinated because they're in the allowable age or health limitations, obviously you can still go to Marshfield and the fairgrounds and schedule a shot there. There's also some local pharmacies that are also starting to give vaccines. One of the things that the governor also modified was allowing school teachers to get their vaccines beginning on March 11th. So there's been a real concern, obviously, from the teachers that they want to make sure that they're going to go back into the schools full time, that they're safe themselves. The governor, I think, recognized that and is going to allow them to have their vaccination shots starting on the 11th of March, which is good news. The local businesses have been working to the best of their ability. I met with the business group in Kingston earlier this week, and we're trying to work with them as best we can to address any concerns and needs they have. If there are any Kingston businesses that serve liquor, you may want to consider revising your liquor license at this point if you haven't already. To serve outdoors. If you intend to do that, we can have that liquor license revised for you. So if and when the governor allows outdoor seating, you will have your liquor license already squared away for you and be able to start immediately. As far as some of the other things going on in town, obviously the construction over the Kingston Collection for the apartment buildings, those are ongoing. Sears has been completely demolished at this point. The construction company is constructing the footings for the apartment buildings themselves. There's also a lot of site work being done in prepping for parking lots and things of that nature. So that's moving forward. If you have problems, and trying to take a step back, I'm sorry for the vaccinations one last time. If you're having an issue with getting a vaccination, I'd urge you to call the Kingston Senior Center. They would be able to help you make an appointment to get that vaccination done as quickly as you can. So urge you to take advantage of that if you need to do that. Moving forward from COVID, town meeting season is quickly approaching. Again, as I think I mentioned last week, town staff is meeting with the finance committee, who's currently reviewing the budget and discussing the requests in each department's budgets with them. And in the near future, we're making a final recommendation on what to present at town meeting. Town meeting this year will be held on Saturday, May 22nd. The Board of Selectmen discussed whether or not to have it at the intermediate school this spring, or again to have it at the Kingston Collection site. Obviously, pros and cons to both. The school is willing to accommodate the town. They can hold the intermediate school property for the weekend, but obviously if the town meeting happens to go more than 2 days, which is hard to believe, honestly, we'd have a problem at the school. At the Kingston Collection site, we could use that location. Would be a different spot than last year. This year we would be in the former Best Buy location, about a little bit smaller than the CART location last year, but would serve the needs we have. So the board asked me to get some additional information, which I'm doing, and we'll be discussing that again at the board's March 16th meeting. Beyond that, things here are very, very busy. Obviously, we're trying to keep up with the COVID situation. We appreciate everybody working with us to stay safe. Beyond that, if people have questions they'd like me to answer on this show, I'd be happy to do that. But until next week, again, this is Town Administrator Keith Hickey, thanking you for watching. Have a great day.